All right, guys. Thanks for giving a little bit of your time. As we talked to the coaches a little bit, we're halfway through spring ball at this point. Got a spring game coming up on Saturday. Just give us some of your thoughts on how spring has gone for you guys.
I think spring is going very good for us. We have a lot of new guys, a lot of new freshmen in there. I feel they picked up the defense very well. Like Coach McGee said in our room specifically, you got Cam Cullins, Gavin Askew, Sam Cohen, freshmen and early enrollees. Anytime you're early enrollee, it's really hard, to pick up things, but they've done it very smoothly, and I feel it's showing on the field.
It's been going good, just perfecting our craft, trying to be that lights out defense that we're supposed to be. Especially the mentality that we're trying to develop is, with us, you're going to have to earn every down. To get a first down is going to have to be hard. So that's the mentality we've been developing lately, and I'm loving it. The young guys who are here, they're embracing their roles. They're learning. I know sometimes you mess up and they get in their head, but guys like me and TJ are here to tell them that it's okay. You're here to learn. So it's been going good on both ends.
TJ, you mentioned those early enrollees. You were there a couple years ago. You ever impart some wisdom to them, or maybe if they're having a rough practice or something, kind of just say, hey, here's a big picture?
Definitely. As an early enrollee guy, you just came from high school, where you were the man and everything went great. So especially if you have a tough practice, you have a couple MAs or anything like that, that, like he said, they can get down themselves. So I just tell them that, it's good. This is what we have 15 practices for. You're gonna do good things. You're gonna do bad things. So it's best to just watch film, watch video, flush it, and get ready for the next day.
You guys were coming into last year with big roles expected too. So I guess if you can take me back to last year versus the way it is now, the hunger overall in the team, do you feel like it's more? Do you feel like is it any different from maybe this point a year ago when you were in spring ball?
I always feel like, as you move on year to year, you get hungrier. Like I said, going from the 13-1 year we had to last year, it left a bad taste in our mouth. So there's definitely a sense of urgency out there, from all the guys, offense, defense, special teams, to, not have that year again and, finish on a better foot.
Yeah, 8-4 left a bad taste in our mouth. So there's no more complacency, no more. We don't feel objected to anything. Now we're just hungry, and we're chasing up that hill. Now we're not sitting on top of it how we used to. Now we're going back to climbing. So that's a great thing, and I feel like it's going to bring the best out of all of us.
Was there more of an eagerness? I mean, starting spring practice as quickly as you guys have, and getting to a spring game and continuing workouts. Was there more of an eagerness to get to that, just the way last season went and ended?
It definitely was. We played a late bowl game, so it's really, I want to say when we started, it was like a little over a month, so it was a quick turnaround. But, it was good for us. A lot of the guys, were ready to get back out there. Like I said, left a bad taste in our mouth. So, just any chance you get back at some ball again, it definitely is something we were a fan of.
Yeah, definitely. I'm on the same thing he's on. That last loss within the Bahamas Bowl left a bad taste in our mouth. So we all couldn't wait just to suit back up and pass and, just better us on the defense and better us out on the offense.
TJ, are there any new guys that are kind of standing out to you right now, whether freshmen or transfers?
I'm honestly impressed with all the new D lineman guys, all the new spring enrollees, and especially Mike Green. I think that's his name at corner. Mike, I don't know his last name exactly, but Mike, yeah. I love him. Long kid from Bama. He be doing his thing, Dirty South, so I love him for sure.
You guys, I'll ask the coaches this. Do you guys feel the defense with the quarterback competition and a lot of the shuffling over on the offensive side, do you feel the need to kind of shoulder the load? Like I said, the season's a long ways away, but do you feel like at this point that the defense is going to have to carry a lot of stuff because you guys have so many returning players and all that?
I wouldn't say that. I have full trust in our offense. And I would say, if anything, it gives us a different perspective. Last year we were used to just one quarterback. Now there's multiple quarterbacks. I want to say it's a couple of guys rotating, so, it gives you a different sense of how he steps up in the pocket, his checks, his reads. So if anything, I feel it's a positive for us, to get a different perspective and play and rush against different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nah, it's definitely with the quarterbacks. You got a guy who can sit in the pocket. You got a guy who escape. So all those playing styles, allows us to open our pass rush. For me, it helps me rush different. It helps me power rush, finesse rush. I can do this versus him, but I can't do this versus him. So it's a good thing for us for sure.
Does that carry over to mental preparation, getting ready for practice as well, and just how quickly one quarterback's in, one quarterback's out, and how that can change in the flow of practice, kind of mirroring how you might be faced with similar spots in a game?
It definitely does. Like I said, I can't rush the same way I rush against quarterback A as I do quarterback B. So, it kind of makes you think on the fly, okay, talk to your D-line on the sideline, okay, we can do this, we can do that. So I definitely say it helps you for game prep because, in the game things are moving on the fly, and it's good to be able to adjust quick.
Especially with the patterns, certain quarterbacks like to roll out right, like to roll out left, like to step up, like to step back. So all those things prepare us for the game.
Outside of yourselves, who are maybe a couple guys, linebacker and defensive backs, that have stepped into more of a leadership role this spring so far?
Definitely Joe Carter. He was a captain last year. He's a vocal guy. You have a Corey Jones in the secondary. He's a vet at this point. And just, I would say those are the main two. You know, they've been stepping into leadership roles, which they were already in last year, and I just feel like it's good to have other vocal guys out there.
Yeah, those guys are doing their thing. Corey, great leader. Joe Carter, great leader as well. Two vocal guys, you know, they do their thing. They get us riled up. You know, wherever we're down, they pick us back up. So those two are good leaders for us.